Hey, I just thought about what I was gonna say, like as I was pressing the button, and I was fooled to think that I was gonna follow my exact instructions that I gave myself. Not for you. Just said, catching them by surprise. Um, well, did have a bit of a baseline. Just want to remind you of today. By, well, for me today, for you, like, it's just a memory. Actually, for me, it's a memory as well, because it's past. But there was a consequence of no more phone. Remember? 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 It's a weird, as if kind of orchestrated situation. As I was there on my phone creating videos to possibly put upon Facebook to guide people, I was told to talk and eat, but really, probably more just a health thing. I don't want to choke. But anyway, I'll risk it for you. So basically, distract myself. Focus. Basically, you were going on about on the video that your Photoshop, the reason you're putting up these videos is because you want. You wanted? Oh yeah, recognition and admiration and acceptance and stuff like that, like approval from other people who will watch it on the internet. And then what would you do? You'd be waiting for those, like, yeah. Then you made another one straight after that, which is even more interesting about how the fact that you're making a video exposing the fact that you wanted approval from other people by putting this video up is almost like you being like, well, look at me, I can call myself out on my own shit. Look how clever you are, you know? And that was like, genius, you're a genius. But then I got to the point where I was like, okay, well, can you not put the video up? And the temptation to leave the video, to delete the video was there. But then, after making that clever little video about lots of stuff, something about a donkey, giving someone advice of your experience, it was like giving a donkey a knife and a fork. Come on. I just thought that was an interesting metaphor. Donkey and a fork. I'll probably dive deeper into that one, just because I think it's very clever. So what I seem to have thought now is that I'm going to construct this idea of this metaphor and then give it to other people, and then they can use it and be like, yes, truth. But you're basically exposing that you can't advise anyone on anything, especially through these videos, because you only know you don't know them. So offering advice from your experience is like giving a donkey a knife and a fork. They can't hold it. And then you give them more advice, which is like this tape. And when they get the advice, that's like you sellotaping the knife and fork on, and it's like, yes, I didn't eat. But then they can't take it off. So now they're stuck with this knife and fork. And their flux of life is that this is taken from someone else, but it's like a bird flapping its wings. And then it gets here and it's like, oh, I'm free, I'm going to stay like this forever. And it stays like that. And then what does it do? It falls and drops. So that's interesting. Anyway, continuing on, what happened after that? Well, you chilled, you watched your swans do their thing. Blah, blah, blah. And then, if you got your phone was in your lap, you stood up, slid down. You could have grabbed it. You probably could have grabbed it. But you lost your breath and you're like, you sunk down to the bottom, you looked at it, you stared down, you grieved for a moment, and then you realized, well, this was what I wanted. It's like, okay, a bit of acceptance, and you walked home, and then you caught yourself kind of moping a little bit, and you kicked a stone in frustration, and then you noticed yourself doing that, and then you were laughing like crazy, almost to tears, We've had the biggest smile on your face just because of how funny you were being. It's so ridiculous. How interesting. So that's a need for approval seems to be. When I say I mean mine, like Dylan and Dylan. If anyone else is watching this, I don't know what you're doing. But our need for approval as people, and from what I can see, I'm looking at other people, but that need is what is causing us the problem. Because as I continued walking, there was a group of school kids. And there was one kid who was walking with his group of friends with his bike on his side, and he did this. Really, he wasn't even on the bike. He did that. But his friend was busy talking to his other friends, and he was like, "Hey, did you see what I just did? Did you see what I just did? Did you see?" And he saw me looking at him, and like, it was a little bit like, "What are you doing?" But at the same time, I was like, "Well, it's your life, do as you please." But he noticed me doing that. But he's still like, "But I need this approval." I could see in his eyes, like, he was like, "I need this approval." And his friend eventually looked at him, and I continued walking on because I just didn't care anymore. But it was interesting to see how desperate we are to prove ourselves, to prove that we're not shit. But we are shit. But shit is not bad. Shit is cool. You need that manure, bruh. Make your little flower. Shit is good, but we don't want our shit, so we seek approval so fucking desperately that we kill ourselves over it. And cause ourselves to suffer. And discover anything amazing there. It's just general. Quite obvious if we look at it. Oh, battery's running low. Alright. That's what it is. Approval. Approval. The need to prove ourselves, to prove that we are not shit. But we are shit. So if you can expose your shit. Dope. Okay, that's me, Joe. Hope you enjoy that way.